should be on. Shabbat Shalom. It's so nice to be here with anyone joining us on the Shabbat and Erev Passover. Let's begin with a nigun, a song without words. Please join me. It's easy. Yai lai lai lai, yai la la lai, yai lai ya la 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 lai, yai lai lai lai, yai la la lai, yai lai ya la 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 lai, yai lai lai lai, yai la la lai lai, yai lai lai lai, ya la la lai lai, ya la la ya la la ya la 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 lai lai, ya la 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 ya la la, yai lai lai lai, yai la la lai lai, yai lai lai lai, ya la la lai lai, ya la la ya la la ya la 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 lai lai, ya la 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 ya la la. One more time from the top. Yai lai lai lai, yai la la lai, yai lai ya la 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 lai, yai lai lai lai, yai la la lai, yai lai ya la 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 lai, yai lai lai lai, yai la la lai lai, yai lai lai lai, ya la la lai lai, ya la la ya la la ya la 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 lai lai, ya la 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 ya la la, yai lai 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 lai, ya la lai lai, yai lai lai lai, ya la la lai lai, yai lai lai, yai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai lai. Oh, Shabbat Shalom, everyone. I am Rabbi Michael Weiss. I am so delighted to be here with you on this Shabbat. Those of you who aren't prepping frantically for your Seder right now, or maybe you're joining us later on, but isn't it nice to have a little moment of Shabbat, an island of rest in a holiday that, while being about freedom, requires a lot of obligations on our part. So it's nice for us to take a step back, know that the brisket isn't going anywhere, that we can take a little time to breathe and to reflect on the freedom that Passover celebrates, which is lived out through our celebration of Shabbat. If you are, to those of us joining us from home, thank you so much for making us a part of your Shabbat and your Erev Passover. We really feel that when you participate with us, you are making your home an extension of our sanctuary. We hope that you truly feel that as well. During our service, there will be times where you are asked to sit or stand. If you need to remain seated because it's physically uncomfortable, please feel free to stay seated for any reason. It's your Shabbat. You get to decide how this goes. And if you have a prayer book at home, anything from the prayer book will not have a page number, so you can figure it out. It's pretty easy to navigate around there. But we're delighted to have you joining us for this short and sweet Shabbat as we prepare for all of our Seders. So we will begin tonight blessing the Shabbat and Yom Tov candles. L'chad likner shel Shabbat v'shel Yom Tov is the blessing. Then we'll do a Kiddush, and if you want to hear a festival Kiddush, you'll just need to wait for our Seder tomorrow night, where Cantor will knock it out of the park, I'm sure. So we can get our candles ready, and we'll bless them. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav b'tzivanu lehad likner shel Shabbat v'shel Yom Tov. Amen. We open open our eyes, there they are, the lights of Shabbat and of Passover. And when Passover happens on a Saturday night, as it will at our second Seder tomorrow, you'll learn that there are all kinds of complicated, they need an acronym for how to know which blessings to say when. How can you light the candles if it's already Shabbat? Come tomorrow night, find out. So get your kiddush ready, your wine or grape juice, and we will celebrate the sweetness of this day. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam borei pari hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kedeshanu b'mitzvotav v'ratzavanu v'shabbat kodsho v'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu zikaron lema'aseh v'reshit ki hu yom tehila lemikra'e kodesh zecher letziat mitzrayim ki vanu v'acharta ve'otanu kidashta mikol hamim v'shabbat kodshecha ve'ahava uvratzon inchaltanu Baruch atah Adonai mekadesh hashavat. Amen. L'chaim. That's Manischewitz, all right. And so we will continue our service with the Barchu, our call to worship, as we rise. No, we're going to read something first. Let's all read this one together. God, help us now to make this a new Shabbat. After noise, we seek quiet. After crowds of indifferent strangers, we seek to touch those we love. After concentration on work and responsibility, we seek freedom to meditate, to listen to our inward selves. We open our eyes to the hidden beauties and the infinite possibilities in the world you are creating. We break open the gates of the reservoirs of goodness and kindness in ourselves and in others. We reach toward one holy, perfect moment of Shabbat. And we now rise for the Barchu in our places or in our hearts. Yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai lai, yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai, yai lai 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 lai. Lai 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 lai. Baruchu et Adonai hamevorach. Baruch Adonai hamevorach le'olam va'ed. Baruch Adonai hamevorach le'olam va'ed. Yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai, yai lai lai, yai lai lai lai. What's the Barchu? I hit the wrong button. That's okay. All right, and now we'll take a moment to offer the Shema, the watchword of our faith, acknowledging God's oneness. And if you'd like, you can close your eyes to make this a moment between just you and God. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed. And we are seated. Let's read these words together. If we can hear the words from Sinai, then love will flow from us, and we shall serve all that is holy with all our intellect and all our passion and all our life. If we can serve all that is holy, we shall be doing all that humans can to help the rains to flow, the grasses to be green, the grains to be golden like the sun, and the rivers to be filled with life once more. All the children of God shall eat, and there will be enough. But if we turn from Sinai's words and serve only what is common and profane, making gods of our own comfort or power, then the holiness of life will contract for us. Our world will grow inhospitable. Let us therefore lace these words into our passion and our intellect, and bind them as a sign upon our hands and eyes. Let us write them in mezuzot upon our doors, and teach them to our children. Let us honor the generations that came before us, keeping the promise for those yet to be. And now we will join in our song of freedom, one that is so much more resonant tonight, this song being the song of the sea that our ancestors sang as they crossed the Sea of Reeds on dry land to freedom from Egypt. Mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar ba'kodesh, mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, mi chamocha nedar ba'kodesh. Nora tehilot osef eleh, Nora tehilot osef eleh, Adonai imloch leolam vaed. Malchutecha ra'u banecha, Bokei hayam lifnei Moshe u'Miriam, Ze'elianu ve'amru, Ze'elianu ve'amru, Adonai imloch leolam vaed. Vaed. V'nemar kipad Adonai et Yaakov, Ugialo me'ad chazak mimenu, Baruch atah Adonai, Gal Yisrael. We rise now in our places or in our hearts for the Amidah. Adonai sifatai tiftach, Ufi agid tehilatecha. Adonai, open up my lips that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu ve'Elohei avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah, Ha'el Hagadol, Hagibor v'Hanora, El Elyon, Gomel Chasadim Tovim, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה, מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן. ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, מחיי הכל אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטל. מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיי הכל ברחמים רבים. סומך נופלים ברופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לשני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומידו מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיי הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש. And we are seated. And we'll sing together our song of peace in a time when our world so desperately needs it. Our song of peace, Shalom Rav. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Ki ata hu melech adon, lechol hashalom. Ki ata hu melech adon, lechol hashalom. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. B'tov beinecha levarech et amcha Yisrael, bechol heit ubechol shah bishlomecha. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Shalom Rav al Yisrael Amcha, Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. Tasim Leolam. And we'll take a moment now in this season of celebration to think of those in our lives who lie on beds of pain, who ail in mind, body, and spirit, those people who we so wish could be at the Seder table with us. And so we are at this, if there is someone you're thinking of at this time, please take their name and hold it tightly in your heart for this moment. Let that move you to get in touch with them, give them a call, send them a text, let them know that you love them. And as we hold all of those names, we'll sing together our prayer for healing, Misha Berach. Mi sheberach avotenu mekor habracha leimotenu. May the source of strength, who bless the ones before us, help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say, Amen. Mi sheberach imotenu mekor habracha lavotenu. Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say, Amen. We take now a brief moment of quiet to find the silent prayer that is written on our own hearts. Say shalom, shalom bimromav, yaseh shalom. Oh, say shalom, shalom bimromav, yaseh shalom. Hu yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imeru amen. Oh, say shalom, shalom bimromav, yaseh shalom. Oh, say shalom, shalom bimromav, yaseh shalom. And in lieu of announcements, what I'll tell everyone is that there are all kinds of wonderful things happening at this temple all the time, and you can find everything you need to know about what's going on at our temple website, zedek.org, that's zedek.org, which might be how you found us and are watching us at this exact moment, so good for you. But there's always something going on, and especially around the holidays, there are a lot of exciting things. And it's also around the holidays that we think of those people with whom we always celebrated our festival of freedom, those who crossed the Red Sea with us, those who received the Torah at Sinai, who have been on our journeys, our constant companions and teachers and friends, those who have left this world, who have died in recent days or in years past. We call to mind their names as we prepare for the Mourner's Kaddish. We think of those who have been laid to rest in recent days: Bernard Germain, Marcia Weiner, Ignacio Almorza, Eugene Gamel, Mortimer Evans, Corinne Blumenthal, Martin Kessler, Norman Samuels, Stephen Grossman, Ed Sherman. And we think of Beth Rosencrantz Straight, who is to be laid to rest. We also think of those whose yahrzeits we commemorate on this Shabbat, those whose memorials of whose deaths we remember tonight. Michael Anguilo, Mary Aronovitz, Joyce Barretts, Sam Baden, Elsie Blank, Lorraine Bogner Hollander, Seymour Branner, Sydney Bruskin, Andrea Buckman, Maxwell Buton, Sam Cherashnia, Jan Cohen, Harris Cohen, Jacob Daum, Donald Davis, Joel Deitch, Helene Dinnis, Stanley Dritz, Norman Etroff, Monica Epstein, Charles Fendig, Lillian Franklin, Max Friedberg, Ruby Friedberg, Francis Fries, Marvin Gardner, Merrill Gross, Simon Haddad, Melinda Hirsch, Hannah Josephs, Regina Konsker, Jacob Krakovich, Esther Kravitz, Frank Lewis, Norman Linder, Richard Loderhose, Esther Lubowen, Emily Masserman, Elizabeth McSorley, Florence Myers, Leo Meyerson, Beatrice Miller, Carl Miller, Mildred Miller, Robert Miller, Sandra Nelson, Daniel Nesbitt, Eleanor Olson, Molly Pinchas, Victor Rosenthal, David Rubin, Ben Saffer, Mo Saffer, Milton Saunders, Herman Schertzer, Gail Schwartz, Gerald Seeley, Martin Seiden, Cynthia Sheldon, Elaine Schimberg, Morris Silber, Henrietta Stein, Jean Sussman, Tom Walder, Eugene Wallens, Mary Weiss, Jacqueline Wolfson, Barney Zaleski, and Olga Zinober. And to those names we add the names of all of our loved ones who, though they are no longer with us, they live on in us through the wisdom that they shared and the love that they gave. So we think of all of our loved ones. We think of those around the world who have lost their lives to hatred and war and the chaos of nature. With all of those names in our hearts, we'll rise together for the mourner's Kaddish. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shemei Rabbah ve'alma divarach hiruteh v'yamlich malchuteh v'chayechon u'v'yomechon u'v'chayeh dechol beit Yisrael v'agala u'v'zman kariv imru. Amen. Yehei shemei Rabbah mevorach le'olam u'lalmei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal shemei dekudashah brichu le'elam min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran be'alma v'imru. Amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shemaya v'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru. Amen. Hoseh shalom bimromav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru. Amen. May the source of peace send peace to all who mourn and comfort to all who are bereaved. And we say together, Amen. And we will close this evening service before we all head off to enjoy a wonderful Passover. And we will sing Ma Yafeh Hayom. How beautiful is this day, not just Shabbat, but also this Passover evening. So join with me. Ma Yafeh Hayom, Shabbat Shalom. Ma Yafeh Hayom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Chag Sameach. Hope you all have a wonderful evening, a wonderful weekend, a wonderful Passover, a wonderful month, and a wonderful rest of your lives. Shabbat Shalom.